electric knife. This is the one you want because of the way it cuts, the quality that Cuisinart always brings us, and the fact that we are not only going to give you, this is your motor, this is your knife. Look, we're including for you, the fork is included for you as well. And on top of that, we're gonna throw in the cutting board for $49.
Bamboo, I love that.
$49.95. We're doing 5 flex payments. Get it home for less than $10. Free shipping and handling. Mr. Mark Gill.
Hello there.
Premier product presenters of our time.
Well, thank you very much.
Very supersized sandwich.
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
So we're going to show you some incredible things that this knife does. But before we do, when you get this home, I want you to run, don't walk, to that bread section, because there is just nothing better for an electric knife and nothing more satisfying than using it on bread. In fact, whether you're going lengthwise or doing slices thick or thin, it really doesn't matter. And you know, we're going to say this a couple of times during this presentation, and it's been said more than that this hour. This is Cuisinart quality. So you know that when you get this in your hand, this isn't going to be like any electric knife you've ever used. In fact, the control you have with this knife is absolutely out of this world, Alice. Have a look at that. The cuts are clean, they're quick, and they're perfect.
Right.
That is the kind of thing that we're talking about with the Cuisinart knife.
You did not smash the bread
exactly.
at all. And can I show everybody something? Look, this is soft bread. That is soft bread, and you did not smash it at all.
Well, let me take you on a tour of the knife, and I'll tell you exactly why that happens. Now, one of the things that people love about our knives, you just have to read the reviews on this, out of this world, the safety function. If you've got little ones around the house, this is so nice. This will not turn on unless, forget little ones. Once you turn it on, you engage that 130-watt motor. Now, when you're finished, there's a blade release on either side, so they'll pop out. Now, you're gonna notice that these blades are serrated. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, serrated blades on a meat or a steak or bread will tear and rip. But watch what happens when we start the knife up. Those two serrated blades become one straight blade. So watch as I go on to the turkey. It's literally touch and cut. And with all of the holidays coming up and everything about to happen with all of your big meals, your turkeys and your get-togethers, to have a tool like this in the kitchen, like the one Dad used, but so much more effective and so much stronger. This is the electric knife, I like to say, for everybody and foodies, because you can create cuts with this that have been more difficult in the past with regular knives. In fact, removing the entire breast from a turkey is just like that. How cool is that? Right. That's the kind of results that you're gonna get when you use the electric knife from Cuisinart.
And you're getting it for $49.95. I'm telling you, really, truly, if you've never used an electric knife before, it changes everything.
It really does.
We take all day, we make that turkey so perfect, or steak or whatever, bread, you bake your bread, and then we rip it to shreds.
Right, and watch what I mean about touch and cut. Watch what's happening here. I'm not sawing back and forth. There's no effort. All I'm doing is pointing the knife where I want it to go. I don't have to saw. I don't have to worry about whether or not it's sharp or needs to be sharpened. And I certainly don't have to worry about whether or not I have those knife skills that we see all over the TV. This is the great equalizer is what I like to call it. And not because it cuts bread and meat. We expect it to cut bread and meat.
Right.
But what I've got to tell you is this knife has a 130-watt motor. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the blades. If you've ever owned an electric knife, the blades are straight, they're kind of flimsy. This is like 2 chef's knife in one knife. And that's what I love about it. So if we're talking about the kind of strength that you're going to want to have for years and years and years of use, watch this. Because it's Cuisinart, remember, this isn't a 90-day or a 1-year warranty. This is a 3-year guarantee on an electric knife from Cuisinart that is literally going to cut through anything you put in front of it. Imagine being able to bore those out and make that for brunch on a Sunday. Isn't that incredible?
Crazy. And again, look at how it is just so beautiful. No sawing, no ripping, no shredding, no tearing. It's just going to go straight through. I've got a question for you.
Yep.
So do I ever have to, do I sharpen it?
Absolutely not. There's no maintenance on these knives. All you've got to do is keep them clean. One of my favorite reviews, as I was reading it, was a woman who mentioned soft mozzarella cheese. So I decided to put this in my presentation so I could really back up what our customer is saying. Have a look at this. You are not going to get, take it from a guy who's got some knife skills, you are not going to get a cut that thin, that clean, that easy, and no shredding out of an ordinary knife that you've got in the kitchen. In fact, it doesn't matter if it's soft, hard, mushy, makes no difference. And I'm going to prove that not on mozzarella, I'm going to prove that on an avocado. And I keep saying how tough and strong this knife is. You know you're going to love it for meat. You know you're going to love it for breads.
But
once you start,
come on.
Once you start taking it around the house and seeing all of the uses, you know what? Instead of running that silly avocado around your hand with a knife, isn't that a lot easier? And that's the kind of thing you're going to be able to do. Ooh. This is a good one. I forgot this almost because I moved it. Watch this. Instead of cutting one cherry tomato at a time, go ahead and just cut them all at the same time. One plate on top, one plate on bottom, and you've got that control, Alice. I love it.
Oh my gosh, and by the way, Betty is on with us today, and Vicki, and Betty, we do have a toaster oven, convection oven, air fryer. It's all in one. That is coming up just a few minutes away.
In fact,
right
that's what
now,
this is coming out of.
we are celebrating Cuisinart. This is absolutely one of the best buys you're gonna get because you will use this over and over, but you know, you spend how much on that beautiful piece of meat?
It's starting to turn into a week's salary for a piece of meat like this, let's be honest. So with the holidays coming, you know you're gonna have your turkeys and your hams. You want a great gift for somebody? You can spend more than this on a bottle of wine.
Absolutely.
So to be able to bring this over to somebody's house and leave it there, especially if you've got an inspiring cook or a chef in the family, what a great thing to do.
That is finger looking good, without question. We're including for you today not just the housing, this is the motor, this is the powerful motor that makes it work. You get that beautiful knife blade that's, again, it's going to act as one. And we're even including for you, look, the fork is included, but we didn't stop there. In addition to that, this really is a fabulous
It's a great set.
You're also getting your cutting board. This is bamboo as well. So you're gonna be able to use this whether it's the bread, mozzarella cheese. Man, that
Exactly.
is hard to get that, to not rip it and shred it. That's why you want this knife.
And I keep saying, this knife is the great equalizer. This is going to allow everybody in the kitchen, regardless of your skill with a knife, to be able to create cuts, meals, and dishes that you've never been able to do before, or maybe didn't have the confidence with a bladed knife. So all you're going to do with this is give it a little bit of a coating with cream cheese, some asparagus and bacon, pop that in for about 350 for about an hour and 20, and you have an incredible meal. And I'm not going to show you bread, turkey, steak, avocado, meat, without actually showing you dessert. And when you've got tools like this in the kitchen, you can really amp up these things that you love to do. So next time there's a birthday party, let's make sure that those are in there good. Next time there's a birthday party, next time you've got a whole big get together, what I want you to do is go ahead and grab that ice cream, no matter how big you want. Now listen, that motor is gonna take that rock hard ice cream and the packaging and just kind of laugh at it as we go through. I'm gonna make a little bit of a notch right there. Now look what we've done, Alice. Just that quick, just that easy, with a tool that you'd never expect. This is the same one that's gonna make perfect slices of bread, great turkey, great beef, and it's also gonna be the knife you use to share these incredible treats with your friends. Like you. How cool is that?
Clever idea.
There you are. Cheers, my friend.
I love the way your brain works, don't you? I mean, it's just so amazing. Listen, $49.95, but today we're doing the free shipping. Today we are also doing... Okay, that's like squirrel, okay, because you see a sandwich like that come towards you. I don't even know
like
what I was talking about.
theme.
5 flex payments as well. You get this home for just under $10. That is a sandwich, and this is an ice cream sandwich.
Exactly, and this is what I want people to see. It doesn't matter if it's fresh bread, meat, fresh vegetables. It doesn't matter what this is going through. These cuts are perfect every time. I like to call it touch and cut. All you need to do is touch what you're looking to cut and let the Cuisinart knife do the rest. Look at how clean these cuts are. It doesn't matter if it's bread, turkey, tomato, bacon, lettuce, makes absolutely no difference. Isn't that neat?
That is neat.
Love it.
Look at the precision of the cut. No ripping, no shredding.
Absolutely.
You're gonna love it. I know we save them we save electric knives for turkey. Use it for everything.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite sandwich right there.
Gotta get that.
So fun when you come to play with us. Thank you so much. Listen, I want to remind you, did you see these pans?
Unreal.
I know.